I was sent this horrible story about a sister by the name of Martika Ferguson. She was 27 years old. This sister was murdered by a Dale Perosi. Now, he was arrested on Tuesday for first-degree murder, destruction of evidence, and possession of a firearm after a former felony conviction. And so he was taken to the Garfield County Detention Facility. Now, I said during the interview with the police, he had confessed to killing, it said Ferguson, and said that he had done so to teach her a lesson. What lesson was he planning on teaching her by killing her? And that police said that he was happy that he committed the crime. Even when he got to the jail after the interview, he confessed again. He killed her. He was happy to do so. That is a demon that's walking around society. It is no other way to call it but a raging evil demon. Now, the police, of course, they said they applauded their hard work and said the detectives worked 280 hours to investigate the case. He adds it does not include the hours of crime scene technicians and patrol officers worked. He said they did a very good job. They were persistent, conducted nonstop investigation, as they brought closure to the victim's family and have made our community safer with the arrest of their suspect. Now, they say Ferguson was found shot and lifeless in the alleyway around the 700 block of West Nagel. They say on Tuesday around 2 p.m., officers and SWAT team served a no-knock warrant at 601 West Rush and discovered evidence related to the murder. They say the investigation is still ongoing. It's unclear if the victim and the suspect knew each other. The department also, put out a statement, saying that they hope the Justice Department will also get involved and take care of this evil. So they said they're so glad that he was caught. The worst part that happened was knowing that he was running free. They say when the poor girl he murdered is no longer with us, is not right at all. They say, I'm so sick of this senseless murders. They say, yes, I'm sick of senseless murders too. But I will say, to our sisters out there, and I'll say to our brothers, but definitely when talk to black women, definitely, don't be trusting of just anybody. Keep your head on the swivel. Don't face your back to any kind of doors. If something don't feel right to you in your spirit, move around. You should be very, very cautious, of a lot of people, out here today, for sure. Because, a lot of times, especially with these white supremacists, they like to choose soft targets, women, children, and try to do something to you because, listen, he confessed to this. He say he glad he did this. And he say he was teaching her a lesson. We don't know what lesson he was trying to teach her. It doesn't matter what he's trying to teach. He a devil. Obviously, his lesson was evil, no matter what it was. And this is why also you're seeing a rise in black American women practicing their Second Amendment rights now. They have, gun clubs that are, just nothing but black women in these particular gun clubs. Why? Because black women do not want to be victims of any kind of crime. And they have a God-given right to protect themselves. And I would tell any black woman to practice your Second Amendment rights, legally obtain your firearms, go to the range and practice. And definitely you don't never want to use that thing for no reason at all. Just hope it's a paperweight. But if it happens, at least you can protect yourself. I remember, one story that popped in my head where this, woman, single mom was in her home and this fool come kicking, a Mzungu, kicking in her door. And when he kicked in her door, she had something waiting for him. And she lit him up. And he ran away from there after he got shot. But what if that particular sister didn't have her, protection in her household? Because, these criminals, because a lot of them are criminals, they're paying attention if you're by yourself, seeing, oh, okay, let me go do something to her because I don't see, any kind of man around at the time. So at all times, sisters, protect yourself, protect yourself, protect yourself. Listen to the brothers when they tell you about these particular men too, because we know who they are. We deal with them a lot more than some of you deal with them. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this, horrible story, out there. And like I said, I hope the sisters are definitely always paying attention. And like I say to all black Americans, please practice your Second Amendment rights because the police is not out here to protect us whatsoever.